Hey fire signs, welcome back. Welcome if you are new. This is going to be your weekly reading for my fire signs, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I do consider these weekly readings timeless, so whenever you're guided here, just trust that it is the right time for you. I always like to set the intention that everyone that's meant to be here will find their way here, and there will be some kind of message to uplift, heal, or inspire. May these cards represent the highest order of truth and bring clarity. Let's get it. My fire signs. Whoa. Got a lot of action straight off the bat. Straight into the points. Alright. We have some stability coming here. Oh, there's something hiding. There's something hiding behind your stability. Stability is trying to be formed on top of the masks you wear. There's something about your positivity, your joy, your happiness, your light that is expanding what you're creating here. Sorry, my phone rang. So there's something about your positivity, your joy, your excitement that's expanding what you're creating. You're being invited to open up, to share something. And there's a burst of insight, an activation coming in that is going to lead, or can potentially, I should say, lead to your freedom, to your victory. However, you're being also asked to listen. To listen and to share, to communicate. There's freedom that wants to come in. Tell me about this peacock for my fire signs. There's a yearning to grow here. A learning to expand outside of any facades, there is beauty here, but there's something about uncovering some inner beauty, or there's a cleansing. This is about what you're creating and your freedom, your liberation. But if you're doing too much, you might miss it. Or the shark with the nightingale, there may be a need for some brutal honesty. Some communication keeps coming up here. Keep in mind that you are creating here. The story that you tell creates your physical reality. There's some shadows that are lurking that need to be uncovered, exposed. There needs to be some light brought to some situations here. It's going to take some work, but you can make this happy, meaningful work. It doesn't have to be work that you dread, and it shouldn't be. When we're speaking of altering the inner world, alchemizing the story that you are creating, it should be joyous. It should be heartfelt and light and positive. If it feels like hard work, like then you're not doing it right. You're not connected to the heart space. But this is about what you're creating. Look, the Nightingale wanted to come out again. You're going to need to use your voice, fire signs, this week to really begin to create the story that you're trying to create. Tell me about this firefly. And you're going to have to open up to your inner world here. Look. Open up for stability. This is about feeling blessed and using your feelings, using the law of attraction. And the universe is showing how you can use this, fire signs. Use the feeling of gratitude. The feeling of generosity. The feeling of mastery. Of trust. Of faith. Being grounded. The buffalo's grounded, yet heavenly. It's practical and it's spiritual. So this is about grounding in the inner and the outer, as above, so below. This is an inner mastery at work here. There's a yearning to grow. There's confirmation. To cleanse, to purify, to expand, to create. For some of you, you're going to have to get very honest. You're going to have to maybe sober up for some of you. There could be some coping mechanisms that need to be dealt with. The key is the lamb here. Let's turn this lamb upright and begin to listen, to silence all of those voices that say that you can't, all of those voices of doubt or of lack, limiting thoughts. When we turn to meditation, to silence, to stillness, we silence everything, but we make space for more light. We turn off the nagging thoughts, the anxieties, the worries, because probably 99% of us are running on subconscious programs, and really we're for some reason drawn to all of the negative things. So usually what's playing, if we're running on subconscious programs in the mind space, is anxieties, it's worries, it's things you fears, it's things that you have to dread or consider. It's all of that, right? When we turn to stillness, we make space for the light. We bring our body into stillness, into silence, into relaxation, to calm. And what we're doing is we're amplifying that energy of relaxation, of calmness, of stillness. And it's the practice of it that counts. The more that you intentionally bring your mind to stillness, the more then your body starts getting on board. Then the magic really starts to happen. It's through that 0 point energy field that you will open up to your gifts, to your light, to your power of creation. It takes a little bit of work. You got to get through the shadows. But is it worth it? Hell yeah. 100%. Fire signs. All right. There's a lot of, on the bottom we got the sweat lodge, a need for purification, cleansing, again. This is about the roots that you're growing, the seeds that you're planting, mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally. The tree of life is a sacred symbol. Its roots reach deep into the lower world, the unconscious, while its branches reach to the heavens, the source of destiny. So to be whole in your life's journey, it's important to have deep roots and high branches. A tall tree with shallow roots falls in the first wind, but a tree with deep roots can weather any storm. All right. We got the Jaguar, number 28, which breaks down to a 10. 10 is completions. It's time to wrap some shit up. The Jaguar is stealthy. It's at the top of the food chain, never becomes prey. She moves gracefully. She relishes in the abundance of the rainforest, fearless, at ease. She's a master of the shadows, blending invisibly between light and dark, day and night. So this is about exploring beyond the walls that confine you, going outside your normal routine, pushing your limits, your boundaries. To investigate the unknown. Venture into the mystery and the dark places that you've probably been a little reluctant to explore. Like, what in your life needs to be released? What have you carried along far too long? It's ready to be let go of once and for all. Jaguar medicine's available to heal the fear so you can allow it to go. Right? It's time to come out of the shadows and end the shadows games that you may have unconsciously agreed to play. Call on Jaguar. It's an invitation to unfetter you from toxic relationships and recover your natural instinct for the right people and situations. The Coyote, number 12, the trickster, the sacred trickster, the one who provides detours for growth and understanding by ensuring things don't go as planned. The Coyote brings the energy of divine deception to set you free from the shackles of that which don't serve you. Right? Sometimes it appears that you'll get everything you want, only to find Coyote brings you the opposite of what you hope for. But the lessons offered by Coyote may at first appear confusing, but they're the most sacred and always for the highest good. Just be careful about being seduced by what you think you desire. Could it be that the more superficial, sparkly, shiny aspects of your ambition led you to this moment? Maybe you feel like in order to get what you desire, you have to compromise yourself or control others or manipulate situations to make sure your goals met. The Coyote reminds you from the shadows that this may be a lesson too painful to learn, right? Beware the shadow waters right now. The shallow waters. Something or someone might pretend to be something deep that doesn't make them so. No matter how seductive their superficial traits and or how beautiful or sparkly they appear. All that glitters might not turn up gold, no matter how many wishes you make to change that. Just keep in mind that there's some kind of trickster energy right now. All right, whether that's within you or another, or both, probably, maybe. As above, so below is usually, you know. Moving on, we've got number 24, the heart of the sky. 24 breaks down to 6, which always reminds me of a pregnant woman, birthing something new. So there's something new that is coming in. The heart of the sky, it's the love force that made all creation possible. Right? This is the same force that's present when you create with originality. When you bring formlessness into form, or inspired ideas into expression. It's a primeval force that doesn't know good or bad. It's up to us to provide the clear intention that will guide it to manifest. The heart of the sky helps us call in beauty from the invisible world and birth it into the world of matter. Right? So this is a sacred reminder that you are a channel for the original energy of creation. Right? Become the paintbrush and the canvas and the artist, all guided by the heart of the sky. Set your intentions ethically, clearly, and allow the universe to take care of the details. You might feel responsible for everything or everyone. Maybe you think like you have to do it all alone, which would take you into a dark hole, right, where you lose trust in the natural order of the cosmos. But this is about shedding that heavy sense of duty and recognize that's just a false prison of your own making. You can open the door and set yourself free in an instant, honestly. You're never alone. You always have the heart of the sky. We've got the beloved in reverse. And so maybe this is because of a heartbreak. Something hurt your heart here. With the beloved in reverse and the heart of the sky, there's a disconnection. This is an invitation to connect back to the heart space, to the energy of creation. Just be careful with romantic love, the kind you fall in and out of. This is time to own all the projections that you placed upon the person that you're dreaming of, right? Remember, they're only mirroring back your own deep longings rather than revealing their true selves. And if you fail to notice this, then just be prepared to walk through that fire again. We repeat, but we don't learn. The hummingbird, 26, breaking down to an 8. 8 reminds us of the connection of all things. The hummingbird, indirect here, did come out twice. The hummingbird is a very gentle creature, but also can be super fierce, territorial to protect its home. In indirect, there may be a need to protect your home or to protect your personal space. I feel like there's something here that wants to teach you stillness in motion. That's the hummingbird. To trust your inner knowing. Make sure that don't fail to act when the moment's right, all right? Because there is something here. There's some kind of inspired energy or light or activation. If you fail to act when the moment's right, that could spoil the whole journey. You've got to trust yourself. If you feel like your safety or your comfort or your day-to-day survival is more important than saying yes to the invitation to explore the unknown, then you'll have to work much more harder to achieve what's being offered to you freely. Still your mind. Even in the midst of your very hectic ass schedule, and make sure you listen to the gentle voice that calls you to test your new wings here. This is not a time to linger on what's gone wrong, but to trust in the rightness of the moment and to take bold action. Trust that success is assured. Even if you have to face some tests or challenges to reach the destination here, just know that all will be well. And last but not least, number 31, which breaks down to that number 4 again, which is stability, foundation, which is exactly what's being created here. The lower world holds the hidden treasures of humanity. It's a place of darkness where we can find the disowned parts of ourselves and the abandoned aspects of our psyches. The lower place is the place of our the lower world is the place of our ancestors, where we discover the gifts and the lessons from the past. It's the realm of the collective unconscious. And this is where we can meet our demons and transform them into pure energy, our source of personal power. It's time to unearth your hidden treasures, fire signs. Don't make yourself small for others. You want them to like you or accept you? No. Bring out the gems and precious stones that you've been keeping inside your heart, hidden probably from even yourself. It's time to honor your past and recast your life as a heroic quest. Right? And as you journey into the lower world, you're going to be offered with all the gifts of your ancestors. Their struggles, the way they hurt, the way they lived, the way they died will all become your blessings. All right? Are you one of those people that don't like to face the past? Well, I hate to break it to you, but the past is calling. It wants to be acknowledged, to be heard, to be embraced. And the only way, fire signs, to become unstuck is to honor everything that's transpired in your life, to reflect on the lessons that you've learned, and to move on. Right? If you bear witness to your past and you learn its lessons, it'll stop haunting you. The lessons will stop repeating. Right? As you embrace its gifts, you'll recover a missing part of your soul. It's a beautiful energy, beautiful reading, fire signs. All right, I guess we're getting more than one here. We're taking them. Look at all that purple. Violet's going to be your color this week. All violet. If you have some violet stones, grab them. We got kyanite. Make time for self-care. Taking care of yourself is essential right now. Increase support with apophyllite. As your positive focus and willingness to receive have opened the doorway Your positive focus and willingness to receive have opened the doorway to an abundance of help and opportunities. Amethyst, revealing the true self. As you allow others to know the real you, you'll feel loved for who you truly are. Aquamarine, divine life purpose. Trust the signs and your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. And last but not least, we have apatite. Apatite. I'm probably saying that wrong. It sounds cool like that. It's probably appetite-y, but apatite. I don't know. Progress, not perfection. This one's probably the most important. Don't compare yourself to others or judge yourself. Instead, focus on how far you've come and all that you've learned. I'm going to repeat that one more time. Don't compare yourself to others or judge yourself. Instead, focus on how far you've come and all that you've learned. thank you guys so much for liking this video. It really does help to increase the views. Drop into the comments. Let me know you were here. I love hearing from you guys. Just say hello. Drop a hashtag, replay, whatever. Just let me know you were here. Please do make sure that you are subscribed. I have a large number of viewers that are not subscribed, so if you could tap that subscribe button, I really appreciate it. Make sure you tap that bell if you want to be notified of upcoming videos. I love you guys. Till next time, take good care.